It takes a pretty stellar human.
He was the top trader for Steve Cohen's fund SAC, and then he started his own shop in 2014 called Melvin Capital, named after his grandfather. And since then, Melvin has returned some of the most impressive numbers in the hedge fund industry.
And good research.
A cursory Google search.
Unbelievable. This Google thing works. All right.
Yeah. We should invest. So, Gabe, you're consistently one of the highest performers in your industry. What's the secret, man? Help us out. What are we doing wrong?
It's a fairly broad question. I mean, on some level, I think it's kind of setting your own expectations. You know, how are you defining yourself? And I think for me, wherever I've been in my life, it's just do the best you can. Just keep getting better. Find a way to improve every day. And when I started in this industry, people say, oh, is this your plan? And some people have those goals, those plans. My plan was like, just get better every day. Just find a way to keep improving, figure out what works in this business.
The legend is that you began trading convertible bonds out of your dorm room.
When you make a few $1,000s as a freshman, you are rich.
So by the time you graduated, did you say, I'm now going to do this full time?
I became boy genius. Now, I knew I was boy lucky.
How does somebody invest with Citadel?
I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. We've been closed for a long time. I was born in Daytona Beach. My father worked on the space program. So I grew up in Florida, Wisconsin. We went to Texas for a brief period of time, and then back to Florida for middle school and high school.
You applied to many colleges, and you applied to Harvard. Were you surprised to get into Harvard, or do you think you were going to get in?
So David, I've spent my entire professional career working on probability.
Okay.
Right, so odds stocks to go up versus down. So when I applied to college, I played the same game. In the dark ages of using a typewriter, I typed out about 13 different college applications.
Okay, and so your chance of getting in each of them, you applied to 13 colleges, or?
Right, and I'll get into one of them, hopefully the best I can get into.
Now, you were the president of the math club in high school, so I guess you were pretty good at math?
I was pretty good at math.
Okay, so you got into Harvard, and when you got into Harvard, did you decide to go there right away, or you wanted to see if the other schools were going to accept you?
That is a complicated story. My father's business partner was a Princeton graduate, and Princeton was my first choice, and my father had a falling out with his business partner just before the time you pick where you're going to college. And my dad said it would break his heart if I went to Princeton. And I went to Harvard.
Okay. So the legend is that you began trading convertible bonds out of your dorm room. Is that true or not?
That is true. So my freshman year, and I'm at Bloomberg, so I need to say a moment of gratitude for everybody in the press. My freshman year, there was an article in Forbes on how Home Shopping Network was overpriced. And having read this article, I went and bought 2 put contracts in Home Shopping Network. And lo and behold, the stock cratered like 30 or 40% shortly after I bought these puts. And when you make a few $1,000s as a freshman, you are rich. Like this is the moment you have dreamed of. And that was what really started my interest in trading.
Caesar!